Hey everyone, it's Jennifer Roberts here. Emi is with me still. I have dominated her day. Sorry about that.
Oh, it's fine.
Tell Vinny he can make his own meal, right?
Yes.
We're good.
We're good.
We're good. He's Gaúcho. He can start grilling the meat.
Exactly. He'll have meat. Meat is enough.
Yeah, that's all he needs. That's just actually the truth, isn't it? Hand that boy a steak and he's happy as a puppy with a bone.
Yes, that's it.
Awesome.
That's true.
So today I want to talk about Brazil. I live in Brazil. Emi lives in Brazil.
Yes.
She's Brazilian. I'm a foreigner. And I love this nation. I moved here because I love this nation. I moved here because I believe in this nation. And I'm excited actually for what's happening right now. In some ways it feels like the nation's being unraveled, right?
Yes. There's a lot.
There's a lot coming to the surface. And for those of you that are new to maybe some of the issues here in Brazil, there's this scandal right now. It's Operation Car Wash. And it starts from the president and it's going down and it's being exposed everywhere. Everywhere. And so I recently saw a news article that said it's the worst corruption scandal in any nation in the history of the world, which is like, whoa, that's super intense.
Right.
But I felt two things. One, I felt hope. Because the God of light is shining on Brazil.
Yes.
And those things that were hidden are coming forward. And that needs to happen.
Yes.
And the other thing I felt was a desire to pray and to believe that change can happen. But in the process of that, I noticed I was tempted to look at that bad government, shake my finger. And then I remembered the verse that says, judgment begins in the house of God. And I'm like, whoa, I need to look within. I need to look, is there corruption in me? Is there corruption in my family? Is there corruption in my church? Is there corruption in our prayer room? Knowing that God's going to come from the top down, but He's also going to come from the bottom up. And as believers, we have a responsibility.
Right.
So, you're Brazilian. What do you think about all this?
Watching everything that's happening, I honestly believe that it is the results of prayer, because we've been praying that the Lord will break in. We want to see revival. We want to see this nation transformed. I mean, there is a promise from the Lord that from Brazil, missionaries will go to the ends of the earth, will go to the nations.
And I believe that.
Yes, and we're like, when is that going to happen? And this is me, Emi, processing this, and I believe that it starts with us. We're not there yet because we're not ready to be sent, because the Lord needs to transform us first. So that it reminds me of a verse in Isaiah, I don't remember where it is, where the Lord says, I deal with you as gold and not silver, for who shall proclaim my glory if not you? And so He is talking to the people of Israel, and He's saying, I am going to transform you through the furnace of affliction, so that you can be that nation that will proclaim my glory. And I believe Brazil is going through that right now. Is going through the furnace of affliction, is being transformed. A lot of bad things are coming to the surface, so that we look at ourselves as in a mirror and say, wait a minute, something's wrong with me. And before you point your finger at somebody else, that finger points at you. And you say, okay, I need transformation. And I believe that the Lord is beginning that process of transformation. Not beginning, He has begun a long time ago, but I believe there is an emphasis from the Lord right now in this nation, talking about transformation, and that will result into a nation that will proclaim His glory.
It's not hopeless, is it?
Just like you said, it gives hope.
It gives hope. Those things that have been hidden are coming out.
Before it gets good, it needs to get bad.
It's good. So join us in prayer for Brazil. Believe that God has purposes for this nation.
There's hope.
Absolutely, right? We're not discouraged.
No.
Sometimes we're shocked. Right.
Yes.
Sometimes it's shocking,
yes,
but we're not discouraged. We know that God's eyes are on this nation. Yes. He has a plan for Brazil. Brazil is going to be strong.
Yes.
Brazil is going to go to the nations. I know that. I believe that with all my heart. But my encouragement to you today is ask yourself, God, is there corruption in me?
Right.
Are there small areas in my character that I've just let become sloppy? I don't want to be that way anymore. We need to let our yes be yes, our no be no.
Yes.
If there's areas where we have grown accustomed to lying, well, root those areas out. Let's become people of truth again. And let's see what God will do when we turn back to Him with all of our heart.
Yes.
That's what we think.
That's what we think.
That's what we think.